blessed ones of the nations of the world. One more time, this is your brother Dan Moses, or say Yausakodier of TRC, Ghana, coming to you with a continuation of our expose, Testimony, New World Disorder, expose part 9, taking back our nation, taking back our franchise and our nation, expose part 9. Before we begin, we want to welcome each other by saying Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagiton, welcome, Inganjoni, Benvindo, you are welcome, Kuso, Diwo, Tusanyu Senyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, no, O, Sanu, de Zua, Enquang de Hena, Mitash, Duburo, Pezaluvat, Bine Ivinit, Barigalus, Vita Iche, Ayubon, Dobridoya, welcome, Istan, Hozot, Walang Anuman, bienvenido, namaste, suagetam, kus, amadid, baruk, haba, marhaba, wanyong haminida, wanying, nyejeko, anyamime, nyejeko, wezolo, novio, mia, wezo, akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. Testimony, New World Disorder, as we know, is the program through which you get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in these times of global deception, delusion, and willful lies that are made about some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world. Yet, for almost 2 decades, in worship of the extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent Daniel Jezebel Babylon Caesar, these forces that are supposed to be there for humanity and the nations of the world have dealt with us by willful lies, deception, and delusion. And they have brought humanity and the nations of the world, Ghana, America, into this global helplessness. But we must understand that Ghana, the government of Nana Addo Akufo, Ghana is the seat and the center of the global evil pursuit. And the US, America, whenever I'm in America, America has been the center for the global evil pursuit. In Ghana, Ghana is the center for the global evil pursuit. So let's understand that what is happening to Ghana, America, and the nations of the world. It is evil minds in Ghana, traitors against the nation of Ghana, traitors against America, and their equal traitor counterparts in the office of the UN Secretary General. They are dealing with humanity so diabolically for almost 2 decades now. Humanity and the nations of the Akwaba to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. This expose is being recorded on the 27th of September 2024. Be the precious soul of my father and uncle Nana Edubofo Jan, who was murdered through coward secret medical terrorism 5 years ago, 27th of September 2019. May his soul rest with a just God. It is being recorded on the 27th of September, and we shall, God willing, see it on the 28th of September, Saturday, the Lord's Day. But we need to get this, that the government of Ghana and their counterparts in America, the Biden and Harris administration, and they are getting to feel too uncomfortable that we are exposing their agenda to rob the American people and their American people and the Ghanaian people of their franchise come the 2024 national elections, and we are defacing the criminal mind behind the assassination of Trump. So they have since last week orchestrated to start oppressing us, suppress us from coming up with further exposés by using total blackouts against us in Adankopi. They started experimenting in Adankopi. Usually Adankopi, where every city where I go to live in Ghana, that is where they initiate the electrical power sabotage to suppress us from coming out with the exposés. In 2023, before the murder of my brother, between July and November 2020, they initiated it in Adankopi, and then to cover up, they spread it the, through the whole of Ghana using the ECG, the Electricity Company of Ghana. In 2024, when I came to Ghana in March the 6th, they started using the doomsaw sabotage indiscriminately against us from March to somewhere July to seek to prevent that. But we never give up. Therefore, we are telling us since last week, the government of Ghana, the government of Joe Biden and Harris administration, they have orchestrated that they should because I've announced that we shall be receiving exposés frequently, like twice a week. They want to reborn the electrical power sabotage. They have begun in Addo and they are spreading it. They want to spread it through the whole Ghana as though it is an accident. We want to announce that any week that we don't receive exposés twice, Saturday and Wednesday, I call on the American people and the Ghanaian people. We must put up global resistance against the government of Ghana, the state of Ghana, beginning in Ghana and in America, across the globe. We will not take it from them anymore. So anytime we don't see the two exposés, we must resist them. However we can, we must resist them peacefully and weaponly and violently. They are using intelligence, technology, network, and money to perpetrate their terrorism. We must use the same weapons that they use against them and bring them down globally. Akwaba to the program testimony. So if you don't see the exposés any week, you must respond. So the two exposés, we don't see them because America has just like 1 month to go for their national election. Ghana has barely 1 month to go, and already we know that His Excellency John Evans PP Atamils, his life was cut short because of the evil pursuit by these global criminal minds in Ghana, traitors in Ghana, and saboteurs of America, and His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings is no more. They have killed him. His Excellency, the President of Haiti, they have killed him. The President of Japan, Prime Minister, they have killed him. The President of Iran, they have killed him. They are seeking Trump to assassinate him. They are seeking His Excellency Netanyahu to assassinate him. And we can't let this global terrorism of the killing of the innocent, countless number of people, politicians, diplomats, they have killed them, killed my family members. We can't let their terrorism go on as a global game. So we must expose them. If they try to suppress us to prevent our exposés, we must fight them back peacefully and weaponly and violent. Any week that we don't see the two exposés, we must fight them back. Akwaba to the program testimony. New World Disorder, humanity and the nations of the world. So we know how the extremely dangerous US undercover agent orchestrated for the death of my firstborn child, and my firstborn child Elizabeth Sarkodie, and my secondborn child Grace Ohima Sarkodie, to cover up her shame because they know not to see evil. They must continue their evil and their treachery, killing, stealing, and destruction until their victim, their terrorism, until their victim gets accept the terrorism as a norm. So we know how they orchestrated the birth of my first child, and how traitor minds within the United States, Office of the U.S. Secretary General, the Ghana Embassy, Washington D.C., traitors in Ghana, all colluded. The government traitors against America colluded to have her produce my second-born child. So we have had that. Now let's go on with this as well. We have also gotten to know how 2 months to Obama coming to Ghana to make a fool of the United Nations, the Ghanaian people and humanity, the African people, had shot satellites into space, space satellite into space from the Boston Space Station to make the problem, to make sure that they exploit the problem, terrorize, torture, and persecute me and my innocent children, and make this problem lead to where it is the killing of the heads of the nations of the world. So, but as evil as those who were the hidden faces who were bringing imposed Obama on the throne of America, they knowing that I was also in support of that, I put in everything that I could with mine, did everything in support of Obama, and we got him on the throne. But however, in the 2008, proud to their orchestration, while their orchestration was going on to put Obama in the throne of Ghana instead of Hillary Clinton, whom I didn't support. Okay, they orchestrated that. Okay, if they put Barack Obama on the throne, they must have an agenda to make sure that the first person of color, black man, uh, must get support from the traitors in Ghana to aid him, with the traitors in the United States Office of the Secretary, to aid Barack Obama to make his government administration a success by they terrorizing me, aiding racism, that Obama is a person of color. So they must aid him that he is a person of color, first person of color to become the US president. They are galvanizing support from the people of color around the globe to get him to murder an African. What a total racism, and kill my family members in Ghana at the expense of Barack Obama's dynasty. They pursued Obama's dynasty at the expense of the blood of fellow people of color. And that is how racist some of my people in Ghana have been, and they are. Akwaba to the program, testimony, new world. So, as they were preparing the way for Obama, this is what they did. They knew they had made the undercover agent gotten pregnant for me, and she'll be born. So they had to use U.S. government intelligence program, NORA and TIA. They are very, very technical. You need to see the CIA, the National Security of Ghana, and the BNI, FBI, and the NSA of the to understand this Russia intelligence and to understand NORA and TIA. But and then to be combined with the prison. Meanwhile, they have orchestrated that when Barack Obama becomes ready, we short space shuttle into space to back up the surveillance. They turned the residence which I was living there undercover for her protection as a radio. The best way we can understand is the TV and the radio station, where everything we spoke was heard by the intelligence community, those that were keeping us in that torture chamber, torturing me in protection of the undercover agent. Everything we did at the home, I was watched 24/7, and every word that proceeded out of my mouth, they heard it. You understand? So that was it's just like a news presenter at a radio station, a TV station, where if you tune in your radio in your house, you are not at the station, but you hear and you see the person. So all those who were controlling the torture program against me, the Ghana embassy had traitors within the UN, the Office of the Secretary General, the haters of His Excellency John Evans Fifi Atano. They all had access to Nana Addo Akufo and his cronies, and they were getting me tortured, persecuted, terrorized, and had my children born into such torture chamber. But America and the nations of the world, you see, being that they have played smart to get pregnant for me, and had hoped that by the undercover agent carrying my child would silence me from exposing the fact that they are holding me, an innocent man, to try to put terror charge on me and to get me destroyed. They are killing my people of Ghana in secrecy. They quickly orchestrated that they must bring, in 2008, when my firstborn, while they were torturing and persecuting, they brought a so-called preacher, the terror counterpart of the extremely dangerous US undercover, a Ghanaian who was in cahoots with the Ghana Embassy, Washington DC, and Ghana Consulate, New York, and were furthering the agenda of Nana Addo Akufo and the traitors who were bringing Barack Obama into to impose him on the throne of Ghana. They orchestrated that they sent a preacher, so-called preacher, into my house called Augustine's Ejapon. America, his church was, as at then, 2007, 2008, was located on the Intervale Avenue and 163rd Street, Bronx, New York, Intervale Avenue, 163rd Street, Bronx, New York. His name is Augustine Ejepon. The church was called Living Gospel Ministries. Our memory given to us by God, you cannot photograph it. That is what they feared. So let's go. They sent the criminal, the counterpart of the undercover agent, to my home to use the cell phone. But he was on a cell phone talking to FBI operative called Chris on the other side of the phone in my home, living home with the undercover agent, threatening me to confide in him that I'm a terrorist, because the undercover agent was exposing to whether I have been complaining about torture technique against me. I confessed to him that I'm a terrorist. Preacher who love money more than life at the expense of your people of Ghana. Augustine Japan, Israel Nyami, in Triawoka, America. I refuse to confess to him for being a terrorist, as a terrorist. And while the other colleague, his FBI agent, was on the phone, called Chris, a Ghanaian too. So we must understand that there were evil minds of Ghana who, for the sake of, for their love for money, hatred for me, and racism, were willing to kill me in a foreign land in the interest of Barack Obama. So I refused. And guess what happened? Just a few days after, my child Elizabeth Sarkodie was born on the 4th of March 2008. 4th of March 2008. And my child was born through C-section at the the hospital. They sought to put the face of Israel on their evil, but God came in room number 3006. The God of Israel had my child being born in the hand of a Jew. So in America, when a baby is born, it takes like some days, like 1 week, about 1 week after the birth, the baby is sent to the hospital for a re-examination, for a review to see she's okay. But because the CIA, Augustine Japan, they are plot to get me to confess for being a terrorist. So they use it as an evidence against me to get me destroyed, to silence me perpetually, and get me murdered in the interest of the U.S. undercover agent. While they have, they were expecting my child to be born. You understand? So, when my baby was on the 12th of March 2008, about 10 days, almost like 10 days after the birth, there was an appointment that we were supposed to go at the Long Island Jewish Hospital for a review. And because the child was born through C-section, I had to take care of my wife. We're living in a home alone under such dangerous surveillance program. The same dangerous is what is being implemented by the evil minds, by the state of Ghana, the Akufo Addo government. And I will tell us as we go on how they have advanced, added more drones and other things to make a fool of the Ghanaian to get me killed. Let's go on. And they have murdered my family members. So they orchestrated that. Because my child was born through the C-section, I had to be taking care of my undercover agent wife, give her a bath, prepare food for her, and my baby, give her a bath. I was the mother and the father of the home, amidst indiscriminate sleep deprivation torture techniques against me and against my infant. They orchestrated that because they wanted me to confess as for being a terrorist. I refused because I knew nothing about terrorism. They had to, when my baby was born, push an agenda to torture and terrorize my child in the interest of the American, to get Elizabeth killed as quickly as they could. And I was not yielding to torturing the torture of my children in the interest of the undercover agent for a protection to get my child killed. So they orchestrated that. The same Augustine Japan, a so-called family member of mine, Emmanuel Bafo, who stole my father's gratuity, money, entitlements, almost in current equivalent over $4 million. Yes, that's how blessed my father was. He stole that money and fled Ghana to US and to America eventually. And so that Emmanuel Bafo and his family, they were part of the plot of the undercover agent to set me up into the marriage with the undercover agent. And then the Ghana Embassy, Washington DC, traitors within the office of the Secretary General, and then banking Barack Obama and his cronies. They're working to put Obama on it, while they made Augustine Ejapon, they orchestrated that they should quickly come attack me in my home on the 12th of March 2008, the day that I was supposed to have the appointment with my review of my child's status. They didn't want me to go for the appointment with my baby because of the so much torture and terror against me, and I had to stay up, take care of the woman and the baby. So in the daytime, when I finished feeding them, that's when I also try to lie down a little bit and take my rest and take care of them. When I wake up, I take care of them. So at around 10 a.m., when I've taken care of my children and my wife, and I had told my wife that I'm taking a little nap to get rest because I had to drive the car and take our children, our child, to the hospital together with my wife for the review. And while I was getting the rest, a woman who has had C-section was able to plot with the U.S., the FBI, and intelligence community, together with the Ghana Embassy, Washington D.C., Ghana Consulate, New York, with Emmanuel Bafo, the traitor, Barack Obama's cronies, to come attack me with fully armed police. I was sleeping. I wanted to wake up around 1 o'clock because I slept at 10 o'clock. I want to wake up around 1 o'clock. I would need like 30 minutes to drive to the hospital, So the appointment was at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. I was resting when I heard a tap on my feet. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I woke up and fully armed policemen with weapons. They had come to take me to the hospital. Why? Because they have orchestrated with a woman to go make up medical records against me. They didn't want me to go to the hospital appointment with my child because if I go there, I might tell the doctor that this is the condition that the woman is allowing my child to. They are torturing and they will kill her. So they wanted her to go there to the appointment alone. America, can you imagine that? Ahead of that attacking me and taking me to the hospital, they have made sure that their intelligence operative by name Joseph, they are put him in the ward room where they intend to keep me. The name is Joseph. Don't forget Joseph of Africa. They knew that I'm an innocent individual, that they were going to make up the medical records against me to cover up their evil. So they wanted to send an intelligence message. Joseph, you are innocent, but we have decided to kill you and to destroy you. They put Joseph in the world, America, and awaiting me to be sent for them to make up the record. That began my investigative mission on the behalf of Ghana, humanity, and the nations of the world. Why is it that the extremely dangerous woman that coming upon her heinous crime might get me assassinated by going to the extent of making up medical records? I was fully aware of their evil against me. I had to pretend I was dead. Let's listen to this. The cameras at the hospital, I can point to evidence in the cameras that expose the criminals, that they knew they were committing crime against me, and I was there for investigative purpose. America, I have died and lived for your medical field. You understand? I've died and lived for your prison system. I've died and lived for your homeless shelter system. God purposed that for your sake. Let's keep quiet. In the next expose, we shall continue. The place for the murder assassination of Trump, Butler was my code name. It was purposeful. It was no accidental. You understand? Just as they orchestrated to use that Joseph, knowing that it is my code name, they have to plant an individual in the hospital, in the ward. So I shared the same bed, I shared the same room with while they were making up the records against me. Yahweh came through and I prevailed. Next week, Wednesday, we shall continue. God bless you. And God bless my homeland, Ghana. Israel, Yami, Yamatamfo, Ghana, God bless you. Bye bye.